The war in Ukraine is shifting again. This past week has seen surges in fighting across Donetsk, a continuation of long-range strikes, and some striking moves inside Russia itself, from mobilization changes to a new hybrid operation across Europe. The message from Moscow is clear. This war isn't slowing down, it's expanding in both scale and ambition. Let's break down what's changed on the battlefield, in politics, and what these developments might mean for the months ahead. But before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed. Cheers. So firstly, a battlefield update. Russia has intensified its activities in Donetsk Oblast, with large mechanized assaults using tanks, armored vehicles and motorcycles. Recent actions near Shakhovia and Pankovica have seen Ukrainian defenders successfully destroy numerous Russian armored vehicles, though these assaults occurred during challenging weather that hampered Ukrainian reconnaissance. Despite limited Russian gains and significant losses, the shift towards mechanized attacks indicates that Moscow is probing for vulnerabilities as winter approaches. Combat also continues in the southern sectors of Zaporizhzhia and Kherson, with gradual Russian advances supported by artillery and electronic warfare. Additionally, Russia is enhancing its military production, planning an 80% increase in T-90 tank production by 2028 and modernizing older T-72s, reflecting its new strategy for sustained confrontation, including potentially conflicts with NATO. Secondly, on the political and strategic developments. In Moscow, the government has approved a new mobilization law, allowing reservists to be deployed outside of Russia during peacetime. This legal shift facilitates operations near Ukraine's Sumy and Kharkiv regions and normalizes the war within Russian governance. At the same time, the Kremlin is intensifying its information warfare across Europe. Security agencies have reported a rise in Russian-linked sabotage, hacking, and disinformation funded through cryptocurrency to evade sanctions. Poland and Germany have warned that these pose new levels of confrontation as Russia seeks to destabilize European societies. In occupied Ukraine, Russian authorities have strengthened control throughout Russification programs, including the forced relocation of Ukrainian children for re-education. Military patriotic programs are also expanding in schools to prepare youth for integration into Russian paramilitary structures. Domestically, the Kremlin appears to be managing public perception ahead of the 2026 parliamentary elections, planning to replace unpopular regional governors to maintain a facade of stability. This highlights that Putin's war effort focuses on controlling both the domestic and foreign fronts. And next, on the long-range strikes. These have recently dominated the landscape. On the 9th of October 9th and 10th, Russia conducted one of its largest aerial attacks in months, including ballistic and cruise missiles, along with hundreds of drones. Although Ukraine's air defenses intercepted most of these, several struck energy facilities in Kiev, Poltava, and Zaporizhzhia, and other cities, causing widespread power outages. The timing coincided with the anniversary of Russia's first major energy assaults in 2022, serving as a grim reminder of the challenges that will be faced in winter. In contrast, Ukraine's long-range drone campaign has effectively targeted deep inside Russia, with improved intelligence and drone design, leading to at least 16 strikes on Russian oil refineries since midsummer. This has resulted in fuel shortages, prompting the Kremlin to reinstate costly fuel subsidies, an indication that Ukraine's economic pressure strategy is working. Politically, the debate over Tomahawk cruise missiles between Washington and Moscow is contentious. Russia warns that supplying these missiles to Ukraine could lead to uncontrollable consequences, with deeper concerns centered around US intelligence integration with Ukraine's targeting efforts, which is shaping the battlefield dynamics. So what does this all mean? As winter approaches, Russia faces military challenges, attempting larger assaults, but at high costs with minimal gains. The Kremlin's rearming and restructuring indicates a shift towards a prolonged war of attrition. Politically, new measures signal readiness for longer conflict, while hybrid operations and propaganda efforts aim to reshape Europe's security landscape. Ukraine also faces significant challenges in maintaining Western support, protecting its energy grid, and disrupting Russian logistics. Expect more missile strikes, drone engagements, and increased electronic warfare. Russia's rising industrial output and mobilization efforts could prolong the conflict into 2026 and beyond, influencing Europe's response to Russia's ongoing aggression. That has been your update for this week of October 9th to 14th. If you found this analysis helpful, please subscribe for weekly breakdowns of the world's most critical geopolitical flashpoints. Until next time, that's been HM Intelligence. See you.